what are you looking forward to this season?
What are you looking forward to?
Action.
Acting?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be neat for Grimm for Nick to be all Grimm and very little cop. I'm interested in seeing how this, like, how am I going to handle the baby? What is this baby going to be? It'll be fun to see what happens there, because I don't know.
What's his headspace like when we come back and see you at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, not good. Why am I alive? This is awful. But right away, you'll see in the next season that like something happens, and I have to figure out who did everything to me, and I figure it out, and then I'm just like laser focused at getting this person and figuring this thing out, and coupled with this kid who's like, now I have to, I'm my dad, and like it's a bad world, and he's the only like good thing that I have right now, probably. I mean, my mom's been beheaded, my girlfriend died in my arms, my other dad died, my aunt's dead, Trouble's imperiled immediately in the next season, so he's kind of the thing I'm here for. So.
It seems like this was you guys keep ratcheting up the sort of chaotic nature of the finales in really great ways.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So, do you have any? Do you feel like this season is going to, in some ways, reverse and be a lot more personal than maybe?
Certainly the first couple episodes seem that way, and I'm enjoying that. It's a lot of me. Going from one aspect of my life to another. It feels a little less ensemble, which is, I think it's kind of cool for the story, at least for the first couple episodes. Then, you get to like the 8th to 15th episode, who the hell knows what's going to go on. And then the finale, they kind of figure out. But yeah, I think it's going to become more localized. I don't know if we're going to see a lot of the Royals any longer. I think it's going to go back to its roots in a way. Monroe, Nick, Vesson.
How does it feel going into not only your 5th season, but 100 episodes coming up?
I just actually first heard that on this thing. I hadn't thought about it. Cool, man. Like, great. It'll be fun. I hope they do something special. I envision a cake.
Is it different as an actor working on season 5 than it was working on season 1?
Yeah, there's something really gratifying about being able to come back. I mean, watching yourself on TV is like the worst thing in the world for a psychology, probably most of the human population. But the best thing about episodic, with so many episodes, like, you can really get another go. You can fix something you didn't like about how you were playing something. You can be like, you can find new. I'll watch things and I'm like, oh, I was paying attention to this, but not this whole other story. So like I can correct it. I can do some like audibles, which is nice. But I feel more mature. I feel more grateful. I feel happy to have a job where I have things to do. Sometimes when you're an actor, you get hired and you just sit there and you don't do anything. You just kind of on hold. But so it feels. I feel very grateful.
Is your character going to fall in love again? I'm sorry. Maybe Adeline?
I don't know. I can sense that they're like putting that out there a little bit, but it would be a very confusing thing if that were to happen.
Adeline?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she's in my house. She's got my kid.
Too much time together.
I will say that I think Nick's going to finally figure out that perhaps his home is not the safest place to be. So I'm going to move into someplace safe and hopefully take my kid with me. Yeah.
Any supernatural creatures that you know of personally that you would like to see brought into the show as Vesson?
Well, there's so many we've covered. We've done every single creature in the world, except for the Loch Ness Monster, which we're doing this season, which will be kind of fun. So I like when we get the new kind of folklore from different cultures that usually markets that we do well in, like, oh, another Brazilian creature. What do you know? They're like our second biggest country. So that's always fun.
And at this point, knowing the character as well as you do, even though you kind of are taking the scripts as they come, do you ever like suggest like, hey, I would like to do this season?
Yeah, well, not like this season, but I'll say stuff about, if I'm like really prepared for the episode, sometimes in the middle I'm not that, like it's just so much work. But when I'm like ahead and like I've been thinking about scripts a lot, I'll have, for a certain episode, I'll be like, I feel like if I said this now, that would ruin this, and so maybe I'd be more this. And they're very receptive, but they're pretty much on point. Like I rarely have to say anything.
I've seen your new library / cache of weapons.
Yeah, I think I don't know where we're gonna move it entirely. I think it's just the basement of the spice shop right now. Makes sense, all that driving, back and forth in the trailers. Yeah. And now finally Nick is like learning about Bess and that he's not just singing. So I'll like think some more from like, oh yeah, it's Hihad of Eel. I've read about it, never seen it before. Yeah, he's gonna kill you. So finally Nick studied up beyond the Bess of the week. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.